Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to go over how to install AdGuard on a Linux server so that you can route your home network through it and help cut down on all the ads and pop-ups that you'll see while browsing online. It's really very simple to do. Now, I am creating a DigitalOcean droplet, but you can use the provider of your choice. You can even put this onto a Raspberry Pi because it's really a very lightweight application that we're going to be doing. But I'm going to keep the defaults. I'm going to go with Ubuntu, and I'm going to go with the newest LTS, which at the time of this taping is 2204. A regular SSD for about $6 a month. And because it's free, I'm going to do extra monitoring, and I always add IPv6 to it just because. And I'm going to name this AdGuard. And I'm going to click Create Droplet. And once it's finished cooking, I'm going to copy this IP address, and then I'll open WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux on my computer, and I will SSH into that IP address as root. I'm going to say yes, I'm sure I want to connect. And as you can see, it shows some updates already pending. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run sudo apt update. And it looks like the droplet is still booting, so I'm going to wait just a second. And now that my databases have been updated, I'm going to run this simple curl command to pull the GitLab version of AdGuard Home, since it's free, onto my server. And as you can see from the Outlook, AdGuard Home is now installed and it is currently running. It is that simple to do. And we can access the graphical user interface by going to this address, port 3000. So I'm going to get a secure site not available. So I'm going to continue to HTTP since I know what this is. And instantly I see my AdGuard Home. Welcome to AdGuard Home, and it's going to walk me through how to get started. So I'm going to click Get Started. Now, if you have an error message here saying DNS resolver port 53 is already in use and you're using Ubuntu, their GitHub page has a really handy walkthrough on how to fix this. And I'll put a link to this in my video notes, which can be found on my website down below. So we'll hit next. We'll create a username. I'm going to say admin and super secret password. I'm going to click next, and then it's going to tell you how to set your different devices to point toward AdGuard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set just my Windows machine. So we're going to go to Control Panel, Network and Sharing Center, change adapter settings, and then I'm going to right click on my active connection, and I'm going to go to Properties, and I'm going to look for Internet Protocol version 4. Then I'm going to click Properties again. And I'm going to click use the following DNS server, and I'm going to put in the IP addresses that my AdGuard server is listening on. Then I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to close. Then back over on my AdGuard web GUI, I'm going to click next to go to step 5, and I'm going to click open dashboard. And again, I'm going to continue to the HTTP site, and I'm going to log in with the admin and the super secret password that I set up. So AdGuard is officially up and running, and right now only my main PC that you see right here is linked to it. Now, if you want to use this throughout your whole house, the best thing to do would be go into your router and change the DHCP settings on your router. Now, because every router is completely different and how you do that, I would suggest you basically do a search online for your router type and how to change DHCP to look for instructions on how to do that on your home router. But as you can see, it's already blocking stuff coming from my Firefox browser that I'm on. And for a lot of people out there, this might be as far as you want to go on it, but if you want to set some extra settings, you just simply click on the Settings tab up here and go to General Settings. And there's some parental controls that you can set on here, and you can do safe search settings to keep your children off of certain sites if you want to. You can also set up some logging features of AdGuard if you're a nerd for stats or anything like that. Now, one really cool thing about AdGuard is that you can also set up DNS settings on it. Now, I do not recommend that you use this to completely replace your home router. Just consider this like an add-on security level to your home router. Now, by default, is resolving DNS by using Quad 9 over DNS Secure or HTTPS, which is honestly pretty secure for most people out there. but you can add others to it if you want to. But even though everything's secure and encrypted by default by it, if you want to add another one, you can simply click on this list of known DNS providers, and it brings up this list of DNS providers, the protocol they're using, and the address that you would put in to your settings to use. Now, another cool settings that you have access to is client settings. If you have this programmed into the router for your home, you can control what each individual client in your house has access to on the network. So you could set a persistent client for one of your child's devices and restrict it for only accessing certain websites and completely ban it from other websites if you wanted to. And under filters, I'm going to click on DNS block lists. And here you can add more filters to help block more specific sites and programs and apps and software and communities. So clicking on add block lists, you can choose from list, and these are some pre-configured block lists that you can choose, and you can get more information about them by clicking on the information icon and hit save, and it will add it to this list here. If you go back and click on filters, you can go to DNS allow lists, and if there's a specific site that you want to give access to, you can add it to your allow list by clicking allow and give it a name and then enter the URL and then click save. Now you can also go back to filters and click on block services and select specific sites to block. Like if you want to block Snapchat, you just click and select it and then click save. Then you can also select query log, where you can see all the back and forth that your computer is doing through AdGuard. And there's a lot more to it, but that should be enough to get you excited and want to play around with it to see how it works at your home and in your environment. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, or you can go to my website through the Contact Me page to reach out to me directly. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe so that you'll be notified the next time a new video is uploaded. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who might benefit from learning about using AdGuard in their home. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay secure, and I will see you in the next video.